Alright guys, so I had a pretty insane night last night. So yesterday was whenever I recorded last week's video. It was a pretty solid pull day. So I finished that video up, then I went with my roommate Josh to join him on his little leg pull day workout. He deadlifts on his leg days like me, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna PR. So I went for 455. I got it up, but the form was absolutely atrocious. So I didn't count it. I put that on my story and stuff. I was like, you know what, guys, I hit 455. Not gonna count it though, because I'm really trying to focus on good form. So then fast forward, probably about 10:30. I just got done with the new Euphoria episode with my girlfriend. Yeah, I know it's kind of sus, there's some weird shit in it, but hey man, it's just something to watch. And then I was like, David Laid uploaded, so of course, if you guys are a gym bro, you have to watch David Laid. And I watched it, and then I was about like 5 minutes in, and my roommate was here, and I was like, bro, I just want to PR and deadlift. And he was like, I do too, man. So we ended up just saying, let's just go deadlift. And at this point, like, I didn't really think we'd actually go deadlift, because there's been like 3 or 4 times this year where we both were like, yeah, let's go lift, or let's go on a run whenever it's like super late at night. Like last week, we literally were like debating on who was faster. So we literally put on coats, put on our shoes, we're getting ready to walk out the door, and then we're like, nah. But we go to the gym at about 10:30, 11, and PR, and I actually hit 455, but with good form. So I'll show that clip real quick. I was pretty hyped, but I didn't actually get the end of it, just because the recording got stopped a little short. So now we are officially less than 50 pounds away from a 500 deadlift. I keep saying 500 deadlift. I mean, really it's 5 plates, which is technically 495. But I'm just gonna say 500 for the purposes of this video, because 500 just sounds a lot cooler than saying 495, let's be honest. I'm about to just set this down because my arm is actually starting to hurt. Guys, if you ever made a video and have like a bigger camera, doing this for like 5 minutes straight is actually kind of like a little shoulder pump workout. Pro tip of the day, start vlogging and get bigger shoulders. But anyway, the focus of today's video is growing your chest. That's been like my biggest struggle pretty much ever since I started lifting. Right now, my chest does not look as big as it did this summer, but I am stronger than I've ever been, which is kind of like part of the process. My chest had been like my main focus point for quite a while now. Now I'm kind of more focused on just hitting that heavy deadlift before I cut, because I haven't really talked about this. I'm gonna start cutting March 1st. I'm gonna take it a little bit slower, just try to maintain as much muscle as possible, but to still get pretty lean. I'm not gonna do a physique update right now because I look like, I don't want to say fat, but like just a little bit chubby, I guess. Like I tried to pose last night after I hit that deadlift because there was no one there, and I was like, holy shit. I'm gonna get some breakfast. It's just gonna be probably the same as last week, just some Reese's Puffs. So I'll see you guys when we go to train. All right, so I was just rewatching back that first clip, and I don't know if you guys can hear it in the video, but like my hand was a little shaky. So hopefully it wasn't like super loud. I'm telling you guys, if you want to get massive front delts, just do 10 sets of 10 camera holds. All right, since I went so crazy yesterday, we're gonna do like a 3/4 scoop. All right, so a little update on Jack Factory. My discount code Cupp, is no longer 20%, it is now 15%. So they did this for all the athletes. Don't worry guys, I'm not getting singled out. It's literally everyone. So now it's 15%. The company's just been growing a lot. There's a lot more athletes, so they just, I mean, it doesn't really make sense to have 20% off codes for literally everyone, because most brands do like 10%. So now my code is going to be worth 50% off, which is still a really good discount. So get yourself some Nitro Surge. That's my favorite pre-workout. My favorite flavor is the cherry limeade. All right guys, so I decided to do a little voiceover workout, just because on this particular day the gym was extremely crowded and the music was loud, and I just didn't feel like talking because this was actually a pretty intense workout. So yeah, getting into it. Starting off, as you can see, I'm just doing some dumbbell bench press. Then I'm going to be supersetting it with single arm dumbbell bench press. So yeah, the flat dumbbell bench press is just 4 sets 8, superset with 4 sets 10 each arm. Not too difficult. I was really just going for just, you know, slow and controlled, feeling the contraction. Something that I have been doing as of late to help increase my chest size and just strength overall is switching to dumbbells. For the longest time, I had just been doing barbell bench and barbell incline bench with maybe a few different things thrown in there, just different machines for chest, but I decided to switch to dumbbells because it was on my program, and I also had heard from many people that switching to dumbbells does help increase strength, and I definitely would say that it did. I think I'm doing 50-pound dumbbells in this clip for 10, maybe 60, or for 8 reps. This was a couple weeks ago now. I'm recording this voiceover later just because I make my videos in advance. And yesterday I did 4 sets of 10 dumbbell bench press with 60 pounds pretty easily. So definitely have noticed an increase in strength. I think with anything you do, whenever you switch up movements, whenever you just add in something new, You'll notice yourself progressing quickly and easier than whenever you just do the same thing you had been doing. So for example, on just a normal barbell bench press, it might take me a lot longer to add 5 pounds than it would on just a dumbbell bench press because it's kind of newer to me. It's a newer movement. Another thing with dumbbells is that typically it will help improve any imbalances that you have because again, you're just pushing with your single arms. So yeah, whenever you're using a barbell, you might overcompensate with one side, and that does not happen with dumbbells. It also helps the stabilizer muscles because as you guys know, I'm trying to hit a 5-plate deadlift. And yeah, for deadlifting, stabilizer muscles are key, really important. So that's why dumbbell movements have been essential for me to increase my deadlift. And I just think that doing dumbbell movements, I've noticed that I just feel a lot better of a contraction in my chest. Again, it could be because it's something new, but I really think it's because I'm doing something that is just really focused on just the muscle itself. It's not a compound lift like doing just flat barbell bench press or some of the other things that I had been doing. I'm doing a lot of things that just really isolate the chest. So yeah, this is the last set. I do 8 reps, I think. I'm pretty sure I got all the reps for all these. I'm not really 100% sure. Because again, this was a little bit ago. But yeah, pretty good workout so far. Yeah, I think those are 60s, as you can see. So I did them for 8, and I'm struggling a little bit, but yeah, I did go up to 10 reps with those pretty easily yesterday, which was about 2 weeks later. This is week 2 on my 4-week deadlift program that I'm running by Tyson Ridenour. He is the teenager who just deadlifted like 900 and something pounds, which is absolutely insane. Yeah. Also, I think I mentioned this, but I also upped the turkesterone dosages. That might be more talked about in my next video. But just since, like I said, I make these videos in advance, I upped it to 6 caps a day, which is 3,000 milligrams. So next up, we got Pec Deck. This was 4 sets of 10, and my grip was down, so like my palms were facing down. And I tried to go decently controlled. It's supposed to be slow and controlled. I don't think I went like super slow, but tried my best. I really have just been trying to push myself, really adding in a lot of weight to just really overload the muscles because in my opinion, what I've noticed is the harder I go, the heavier I go, the more just muscle I build. So yeah, instead of kind of doing like more like fluffy pump workouts like I was doing when I was cutting, I've really just been going really hard and heavy. So yeah, as you guys can see, I get those. You can really see my chest contracting, looking pretty good. This is definitely one of my favorite chest movements. I usually do it where my palms, I guess, are more lateral, and this are more horizontal. But yeah, I liked it like this. I think it hit maybe my front delt a little bit more doing it this way. But on this program, there has been a lot of front delt work anyway, so I'm assuming that's just to assist with the deadlifts, and it kind of helps me anyway because I don't really train front delts, or at least I never had. So it's definitely like a lacking muscle for me, but my chest has always been my biggest lacking point. Next up, we have close grip incline bench press. So this was something that was newer to me just because it's close grip. I've never done close grip on incline press, and it honestly just made the range of motion feel insane. I mean, I have pretty long arms. I'm about 6'2", and you guys can see my range of motion just looks pretty atrocious. Like, it was tough, like not in a bad way. It was just like anytime you have a long range of motion, like it's just really hard in my opinion. That's why like squatting and conventional deadlift, stuff like that, since my legs are so long, it's always like kind of difficult for me, but I do go the full range of motion. And I'm touching my chest in this. Some people I see don't go all the way to their chest, and I tried that actually yesterday on like an easy bar incline press, and I did like it just because I felt like I had more time under tension. But I don't know, I'm just like so used to like hearing like go to your chest just from like football and just different things like that. So yeah, I just kind of always gone to my chest, but this is definitely a new movement for me. I liked it. Hit triceps too a little bit more, just like with close grip bench press, you're gonna hit triceps more. But I did like this movement. After that, I did 4 sets of 12 Dumbo pullovers. This is something that I did a long time ago. I don't know if I've ever done them in a video, but I haven't done them in a while. To be honest with you guys, this isn't my favorite thing for chest just because I don't always feel it. I mean, I do like feel like I feel myself pulling up with my chest and stuff. It's just, in my opinion, there are some better chest movements, but this is definitely a classic and a lot of people like this, and it's supposed to be pretty effective. So yeah, it was definitely good to throw it in just because I haven't done this in a while. So again, new way to stimulate my muscles. In my opinion, that is like one of the biggest things with building your chest or just anything in general, is just finding new ways to stimulate it. Doing the same just workout, same reps, same way all the time. Eventually your body will get used to it and it will just kind of maintain whatever you have already built. So it's super important to, with whatever you're doing, to add a rep or maybe go heavier and do more sets, less reps, whatever it may be, new exercises. It's just important to switch things up and to find new ways to stimulate the muscle, because that is one of the keys to building muscle and bodybuilding. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm sure you have heard of him. He is a pretty prominent figure. He used to say you need to shock the muscle, which is basically the same thing. Last, I did 4 sets of 10 of the chest press machine. This looks a little funny because it actually said underhand, palms facing up grip, which I've never done this. I actually did kind of like it though. I felt it was like a weird like contraction in my chest. Like it was weird. Like I felt it in my biceps a little bit, because anything underhand, I feel like you usually do feel like you're pushing with your biceps a little bit more rather than your triceps whenever it is overhand. But yeah, I noticed that my chest definitely looks like it's getting a pretty good pump from this. And yeah, I enjoyed it. It was definitely something new. I had to lighten it. I think I just had like a plate on each side, which is lighter than what I'd normally do for just an actual normal chest press. But yeah, the only thing is that I felt like it was a little narrow, which maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I feel like my elbow was really tight. But with that, I did feel a really good squeeze at the top with my chest. I mean, you can see my chest squeezing. Felt pretty good. So yeah, that was 4 sets of 10. And that is going to wrap up the little voiceover. If you guys enjoyed the voiceover, let me know. It's something new. Usually I just do the whole talking in between clips and working out just with like hard style music. But yeah, this was something new. Enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you guys for watching. All right, buddy, get the F out of here. Go hit a PR.
Goodbye.
What do you want to say? What's your motivational thing today?
If you're fat, go to the gym.
Okay. That's a good one.
All right, okay. You're still filming.
What?
I was going to say toodaloo.
Oh, that's a little sus, bro.
We always say toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Toodles.
Alright guys, post-workout, you already know, picked up some Chick-fil-A. So I'm like the most like creature of habit type of person. So like yesterday, which is last week's video, I've already said, I got Chick-fil-A, and so like today I'm getting it again. Like I'm the type of guy, like I like to eat the same thing every day. And Chick-fil-A is nice. What I get, the spicy chicken sandwich deluxe and then fries with 2 Chick-fil-A sauces. It's like 1,200 calories or something like that, which is really nice for bulking because I feel like I'm constantly eating all day. So stuff like this that's super high cal really comes in clutch. Right now I'm still eating 3,700. I'm not gonna go up from that. I'm just gonna stay at 3,700 for February, then start cutting. I promise you guys that this is temporary, the unhealthy eating. I will get shredded. I am going to start actually having healthy meals again. Just give me another month. I just want to hit 5 plates on deadlifts. So while I eat, I'm going to just give you guys kind of my biggest thing for having a bigger chest. Hope you guys like that voiceover that I did over the workout. I've done one of those in the past, but I haven't done one in a while. I feel like whenever I'm trying to like explain stuff, sometimes when I'm at the gym, I'm just a little like spacey because I'm doing really intense workouts right now, so I get really tired and then I forget what I'm gonna say, and it's just a whole thing. So whenever it's something that's more just like focused on like building a muscle group, I might start doing voiceovers more, especially with the workouts I'm doing right now since so much exercises, so many different things. Anyway, so my biggest thing with having my chest look big is something that's kind of surprising, which you guys can probably tell in the thumbnail of this video. So whenever I'm leaner, my chest just looks like twice, if not 3 times as big. And I feel like it's like that with anything, especially for pictures. You just look bigger when you're leaner. Like you're not stronger. I definitely was not as strong. I couldn't even bench like 200 plus. My bench is way up there now compared to what it was, but my chest just looked bigger because I had a lot more definition. I was more cut and everything was just really lean. And you could just like really see the muscle. Like right now, I'm feeling a little bit chubby. I feel like my chest doesn't look as big. I look fuller, but I just don't look as cut. So in turn, I don't have as much definition. So my point with this is that whenever you bulk, you don't look like as muscular, I guess you could say, but bulking is key because I feel like that's where you really like build a lot of muscle. This summer, whenever I did like my main gaining phase, was probably when I looked the biggest, just because I was just starting to add in calories. So I was really just like absorbing like all these carbs. I was super full. All my workouts were really good. I was starting to gain strength again, while I was still lean. And then now I'm at the point right now where it's like towards the end of the bulk. I'm eating a lot. I'm really watery, a lot of water retention. I'm starting to look just like a little bit fluffy compared to what I did. So if you guys are like super skinny, then I would start to just slowly adding calories so you guys can start to build muscle, you'll look fuller, and your chest will grow. If you're bigger, you know, maybe at the end of a bulk or just skinny fat, whenever you cut, you will start to see your chest get more defined. That's what I noticed whenever I did, which I was kind of surprised because my chest is always my weak point, so I was expecting it just to be non-existent. But whenever I wore a stringer, it just looked really sick. Right now, it looks okay. I mean, I'm a lot stronger, but definitely don't look as defined. Now, when it comes to actual like strength for your chest, something that I've noticed, which I kind of talked about in the voiceover, doing dumbbell movements really like help my just strength explode overall. Before, I would literally just do barbell bench and then barbell incline. That's pretty much like all I did for chest. And I do like pec deck sometimes. I started doing more dumbbell movements. I noticed that in turn, my flat barbell bench would just shot up. I started doing that the last couple months, and it just really helped improve my strength. So pretty much the consensus of this little segment is, if you want your chest to grow, there are two things you need to do. One, you need to start training more dumbbell movements, addition to your barbell movements, kind of switch it up. Two, just get leaner. I mean, obviously if you're super skinny, then you want to gain weight, kind of build muscle. But if you're kind of at that point where you're peak bulk, or you're just kind of like skinny fat, a little bit chubby, then you just want to lose weight, get leaner, so then your chest and everything else will just be more defined and you'll look bigger. Look at that, looks fire. Chick-fil-A sauce is so good. I haven't had it in like 2 years, but it's fire. That is going to wrap it up. Let me know if you guys like kind of the style of this video. If you guys like the voiceover, if you guys like it more where I just kind of talk and have like music in the background at the gym. Obviously, like a video like a couple weeks ago now, the Tom Holland one is gonna do really well. I mean, it did do really well, but stuff like that is just really hard for me to do while I'm actually in college. Just because I don't have a kitchen, so it's kind of hard to like live like someone for a day. I guess I could do someone's workout. This summer, whenever I'm home, and then next year when I have an apartment, that will all be different. I'll be able to do more videos like that because I do enjoy doing little challenge videos, but I also enjoy doing more like lifestyle or fitness tips. So yeah, that's just kind of what it's gonna be. Let me know if you like the style of this video. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe if you want a massive chest. Also follow my social media below, and I will see you guys next week. Peace out.